Alright, so in this video we're going to be covering graphing equations, and we're going to start off with slope-intercept form, but we're going to cover the standard format as well later on in the video. So slope-intercept form looks a little something like y equals mx plus b. And all that means is m is the slope and b is the y-intercept. So let's take a look at a couple examples and see what this actually means. But before we do that, let me just remind you guys that slope is rise over run. That's going to be a little helpful with graphing some of these. So in this first example, we see that our slope is 3/5. We see that our y-intercept is 1. So the y-intercept is the really easy part to graph. You just look on the y-axis and you see 1 wherever the y-intercept is. Here in this case it's 1. That's a point. That's it. So now with the slope, however, what we have to do is we have to realize which part is rise and which part is run and what we're doing with that. So the rise is going to be 3 and the run in this example is going to be 5. All that means is that we're going up 3 times and we're going to the right 5 times. So going up 3 times, 1, 2, 3. To the right 5 times, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That means our second point is here. And now we have 2 points. We can connect those. And we have a line. And that's it. So that's the graph for number 1. Moving on to number 2. So when the slope is just a number, like 2, 2 is the same thing as 2 over 1. So it means our rise is 2, and our run is 1. So with the rise of 2, first let's put down the intercept. The intercept is at 2. So then our rise is 2. That means we're going up twice, 1, 2, and we're going to the right once. So it means our second point is here. Then we can just connect those points. And we're done with graph number 2. So moving on to graph number 3. So when you're working with a negative slope, all that means is that the rise, instead of meaning go up, it now means going down. So if our rise is -5 and our run is 3, let's get down this intercept first. Our rise of -5 means instead of going up, we're going down. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We went down 5 times, and then to the right 3 times. 1, 2, 3. So here are our 2 points. Connect those. It did straighten out. So that's it for graph number 3. Negative slope, that just means you're going down instead of up. So now in this case, we also have a negative slope, but we also run into another issue. So our intercept is -5. So now if we're graphing this, we would be going down 2 times and we going to the right 1 time. But we can't really do that because it just goes down to -6, so we can't go down 2 times, we can only go down once. So what we do in this case is we just go backwards. So if we were to go down 2 times and up, not up, sorry, and right 1 time. If we're doing the opposite, we can just go up 2 times as long as we're going to the left instead of the right 1 time. So then to the left 1 time is here, and then up 2 times is 1, 2. And we can do as many points as we want. If you want a super accurate graph, you can make like 5 points. So just go to the left 1 time, go up 2 times, 1, 2. Now we got a couple points. Draw a line through those. And we're done with graph number 4. So now we're moving on to standard form. Standard form looks something like this, where you have a number in front of the x, a number in front of the y, and a constant on the end. So all you want to do in this situation is there's 2 different solutions. The first solution you can only do if this number here is divisible by the number multiplied by y and by the number multiplied by x. So 6 is divisible by 2, and it's also divisible by 3. So we're going to use this method where basically we just find the intercepts. And to find the intercepts, all we do is we plug in 0 for x to find the y-intercept, and we plug in 0 for y to find the x-intercept. So let's do an example here. If we plug in 0 for x, that means we're looking for the y-intercept. We'll get that 2y is equal to 6. And all we have to do is just solve for y, and we'll get that y is 3. So it means the y-intercept is at 3. And now we just have to do the same thing, but for x. So if we plug in 0 for y, we'll get that 3x is equal to 6. So that means that x has to be 2. So it means the x-intercept is at 2. Now we have 2 points. We can connect those. We have the graph for number 1. Let's take a look at number 2. 20 is divisible by 5 and divisible by 10, so we can use the same method again. So we're going to plug in 0 for x. We'll get that the y-intercept, and here we're dividing by -5. Because we need y as a positive and on its own, just a single y and positive. So that'll get us that y is -4. So that means the y-intercept is -4. And now if we plug in 0 for y, we'll get that 10x is equal to 20. So we're dividing by 10, we'll get that x is at 2. So the x-intercept is here at 2. And again, we're just going to connect the points. And we have a graph. So now we're running into one where we don't have a number that's divisible by both these numbers. So you can't divide 5 by 3. You can divide it by 1, which is what's in front of the y here, but we can't divide it by 3. So what we do in this case is we just manipulate the equation and put it into slope-intercept form. Slope-intercept form is y equals mx plus b. So in order to do that, we just want y all on its own, so we can just get rid of 3x. If we move it over to the right side, that way, we'll just have y on its own, and we'll have 5 minus 3x. But for it to be in the right format, we need to flip these, because it's mx plus b. So that'll be y equals -3x plus 5. And from there, we just graph as we would. We have an intercept of 5, and we have a slope of -3. So it means we're going down 3 times into the right once. 1, 2, 3, to the right once. And that is one of our points. And that's it for graph number 3. Let's take a look at graph number 4. So this one, same thing. We can't divide 8 by 2. Well, we can, but we can't divide 8 by 5. And that's the reason why it won't work. So now, again, we need it in y equals mx plus b. We need it in that slope-intercept format. So this one's just going to be a few more steps. Again, we're going to start off by getting rid of the 5x. So that'll get us -2y is equal to 8 minus 5x. Then we're going to divide both sides by -2 because we need a positive y here. And that means we have to divide this side by -2 as well. And we'll get that y is equal to -4. And then a negative divided by a negative will get us a positive 5 over 2x. And all we have left to do is just flip these real quick. We'll get that y is equal to 5 over 2x minus 4. So our intercept is at -4, and our slope is 5 over 2, so we're going up 5 times and to the right 2 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. Now we have 2 points. Draw a line through those. And that's it. Graph number 4. So graph number 5, where you don't have anything else but just y is equal to a number, all that means is wherever y on the y-axis is equal to 5, we're just going to draw a line through there. And that's it. That's how you graph anything where y is just equal to a number. Whatever number that is, you just have a straight line going through it. So then for x, very similarly, we find where x is equal to 3 on the x-axis. That's right here. And we draw a line through it. And that's it. That's how you graph when x is equal to a number and y is equal to a number. But that's about it for graphing equations. Thank you guys for watching. If you're looking for practice problems, there should be some linked in the description below. If you like the video, please leave a like. It's much appreciated. Really helps get the content out there for other people to see. And yeah, have a great day.